Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing good. Children, as you all are aware that we had started our chapter 11 time and we have done introduction of related to time, duration, different units of time that we have done. And till yesterday we have completed how to convert a higher unit into a lower unit. Today what we are going to start how to convert a lower unit into a higher unit. So basically today again we are going to take conversion of a lower unit into a higher unit. So in this concept, first of all we will take examples that is related to how to convert a lower unit into higher. So that conversion we are going to do today. Conversion from lower units into higher. This is the concept of today that we are going to do. First of all, we will take examples related to this concept, conversion from lower units into higher units. So in this row, first of all, we will take example number 3, which is given in your book. Example number 3, convert 180 seconds into minutes. So let's start. See, few of the steps are same which we have done in the previous concept, how to convert a higher unit into lower unit. First of all, you have to write a relation and after that we are going to find it out. See, in that we were doing, whenever you are converting a higher unit into lower unit, then you are doing multiplication. That we have already done in measurement also. So in that we were doing multiplication, but whenever we were converting a lower unit into higher unit, what we will do division. So children, let's start our A part of example 3 and let's learn how to convert a lower unit into a higher units. So A part, that is convert, A part is 180 seconds into minutes. Now, you have been given with 180 seconds that you are supposed to convert it into minutes. Now, what you will do, first of all, you will find a relation between minute and seconds. So that we all are aware of it. 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Now, as I told you in the beginning, whenever you are going to convert a lower unit into a higher unit, what you will do? You will do division. So here 180 seconds are given. So there 180 will be divided by this 60 seconds. So that the answer or the quotient which you will get after division, that is your answer in minutes. So this will be 6 ones are 6, 6 threes are 80. So here the answer is 3 minutes. Here the answer is 3 minutes. So what we have done here, we have converted 180 seconds into minutes. What we have done, 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. First of all, we will find a relation between these two. After finding a relation, then we will do division because we are converting a lower unit into higher unit. I hope there is no doubt till here. And at last you are supposed to write down answer 180 seconds is equals to 3 minutes. So this conversion we have done. First of all, we have written a relation between these two. 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. After writing that relation, what we have done, 180 seconds will be divided by 60. After division, what answer we have got? That is 3 minutes. And then 180 seconds is equals to 3 minutes. That is your required answer. So let's take one more part of this B part, that is 320 seconds into minutes and seconds. See children, when you are dividing a given seconds, it is not necessary that it will be divided whole. Whatever remainder will be left, that remainder will be in the smaller unit only. See how. Let's see how. Now B part I'll take it, and with that B part you will be able to understand that if while division you will be left with some remainder, so that remainder will be written in the smaller unit only. So now B part is convert 320 seconds into minutes and seconds. So this is your question B of example 3. So what is here? Again the relation is same. 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. So here 320 seconds. What we will do? This 320 will be divided by 60. We'll do the division. The quotient, whatever quotient we will get, that will form minute, and remainder will be taken by seconds. So we'll do the division here. 320, that will be divided by 60. 60 5s are 300. 20 will be remaining. So here this quotient will be taken by the bigger unit 5 minutes, and what is remaining, that is 20 seconds. Remainder is going to take the smaller unit. Remainder is going to take the smaller unit. So what is the answer over here? Therefore 320 seconds is equals to 5 minutes 20 seconds. This is your answer. This is your answer. So what we have done in this question? In this question we have seen that the question is given that convert 320 seconds into minutes and seconds. Into minutes and seconds. This you are supposed to convert it into minutes and seconds. So what do you require? First of all, a relation is required in minute and seconds. So in 1 minute we all are aware that we have 60 seconds. So it means 320 seconds, which is your question, that will be divided by 60. So when you are doing the division, the quotient which you will get it, see the quotient is 5. So this quotient is going to take the bigger unit, and the remainder is going to take with the smaller unit, because this remainder is left from the given question itself. So this remainder will take the smaller unit. Remember this, quotient is going to take the bigger unit, that whatever will be the bigger unit. See minutes and seconds, in minutes and seconds the bigger unit is minute. So 5 is going to take minutes and 20 remainder is going to take seconds. So what is the answer of 320 seconds when we are converting in minutes and seconds? So we will be getting 5 minutes 20 seconds. Now C part of the same example, 450 minutes have been given, that you are supposed to convert it into hours and minutes. So we'll do C part also, because that question is of same concept of this B part, so that this concept will be more clearer. Fine. So let's start that C part. C part is 450 minutes. C part is 450 minutes into hours and minutes. Fine. 450 minutes are supposed to convert it into hours and minutes. So what you will do? First of all, find a relation between hour and minute. 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. Now 450 minutes is equals to 450 will be divided by 60. So now I'll do this division. See this 450 that will be divided by 60. 6 sevens will be 42. 420. So you will be remaining with 7 in the quotient. 7 in the quotient and 30 in the remainder. So you will be getting the answer 7 hours and remainder will be taken smaller unit, that is 30 minutes. Therefore 450 minutes is equals to this 7 hours 30 minutes. We'll take this question again. We'll understand this question once again because this question is very important. See, we are converting into lower unit as well as we are understanding how to convert it in 2 different units also. So what is given to you? Here convert 450 minutes into hours and minutes. First thing, find a relation between hours and minutes. So that you all are aware, 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes. So now 450 minutes is equals to 450 will be divided by 60. Do the division. See this 7 6 are 42 minus 420. What will be remaining? 30 will be remaining. So the quotient, that is 7, is going to take the higher unit, that is 7 hours, and this remainder is going to take the smaller unit, that is 30 minutes. So what is the answer here? 450 minutes is equals to 7 hours 30 minutes. So that is the answer of your example 3C part. Whenever you have been given a question that is supposed to convert it into 2 units or any 1 unit is lower unit, then you are supposed to do it division itself. Fine. If you are here, you can see that you are supposed to convert it into minutes and hours and minutes. So means hour is a higher unit. So it means you are converting a lower unit into higher unit. So what you will do? You will do division. That is the basic concept that you have to remember. 450 will be divided by 60. And what is the answer? 7 hours 30 minutes. So therefore 450 minutes is equals to 7 hours 30 minutes. Fine. So I hope the concept how to convert a lower unit into higher unit. First of all, you have to do division, find a relation, and with that number you are supposed to do division. So that is the procedure. And when you are supposed to convert it into 2 units, then the quotient is going to take the higher unit and the remainder will remaining in the lower unit. So now children, from your book we have done A, B and C part. Now we have example 4. Example 4, again in example 4 you have been given with convert 40 months into years and months. This concept also will understand example 4, and after that we are going to start our exercise. Exercise 11.2. Now next example 4 is again That kind of a conversion only, converting a lower unit into higher unit. So let's start that example 4. Convert 40 months, convert A part, 40 months into years and months. It means here what do we require? Here we require a relation between year and month. What is the relation between years and month? So that we all are aware, and hopefully you are also knowing it. 1 year is equals to 12 months. So here we are doing the conversion, that is from a smaller unit, that is months, into years and months. So here we are supposed to do division, but for that division we required the relation between year and month. So this relation we have written, 1 year is equals to 12 months. So it means 40 months which is given to you, that will be divided by 12 to get that how many years and what is the number of months will be left. 40 months. So what we will do, this 40 months, 40 will be divided by 12. So here we'll do the division. 40, 12 3s are 36. 4 is remaining here. Now 3, this quotient is going to taken up by the higher unit. So what is the answer after doing this division? The answer will be 3 years, 3 years and 4 months. 3 years and 4 months. Fine. So what we have seen, that here in this example 4 A part, again you have been given with a conversion of a lower unit into a higher unit. Now unit have been given 40 months is supposed to convert it into years and months. So first we will find it out a relation. 1 year is equals to 12 months. So here 40 months is equals to 40 will be divided by 12. Because in the relation we find it out that 12 months make a year. So this 40 months will be divided by 12. What we have got? Here we have got 3 years. After division in the quotient we have got 3. And just now I have told you that quotient is going to take the higher unit and the remainder is going to take the lower unit. So the answer is 3 years, 4 months. What is the answer? 3 years, 4 months. So I hope the concept of how to convert a higher unit into a lower unit, that is clear. And at last you are supposed to write down the answer in every question. 40 months is equals to 3 years, 4 months. Answer you have to write in every question. Therefore 40 months is equals to 3 years, 4 months. So children, now example 4. Today we will do examples only, and exercise question we are going to take it tomorrow. Now example 4 B part, again this question is also a different question. All these questions you can see, example 3 A, B, C, all these 3 parts are different. Example 4 A, B, C and D part are there, all 4 parts are different. So today children, see this video carefully how we are doing the conversion, and then tomorrow related to this only we are going to question from our exercise. So that would be more easier for you all to do it. So now example 4B part, what is that? 520 days into months and days. 520 days into months and days. This is your question. Now, first of all, in 1 month, how many days are there? That relation. See, as I told you that first of all, you have to find a relation between the given two units. After finding a relation, then you are supposed to do the solution. Now here days and month is given. So we'll find a relation. 1 month is equals to 30 days. That we all are aware of it. It means 520 days. How we will convert it? Now this 520 will be divided by 30. 520 will be divided by 30. So let's do the division. 520 will be divided by 30. 30 ones are 30. 2, 2, 0. 37s are 7 3s are 21. 210 and 10 is remaining. Now this 17 will become months and 10 will become days. So what is the answer? 17. Quotient is going to take the higher unit, that is months, and 10 days. So what is the answer over here? Therefore 520 days is equals to 17 months and 10 days. This is your answer. Fine. So what we have seen in this question? In this question we have seen that convert 520 days into months and days. So first of all, we are supposed to find it out, a relation between months and days. 1 month is equals to 30 days, that we all are aware of it. So here 520 days is going to divided by 30. So here we have done the division. 30 ones are will be 32, 2, 0 will get out. 37s are 210. Do the subtraction, 10 is remaining. So this quotient is going to take the higher unit, that is month. 17 months, 10 days. What is the answer? 17 months, 10 days. That is your answer. See, you can see all these part A, B, and now I am going to do C part. Again, that C part is also different. That is converting the given number of days into week and days. Fine. You can see all these questions are different. But for doing these questions, the steps are same. Only difference is to use different relation. The only difference is to use different relation. Different relation you have to use. Now after B, we are going to do C part. C part we will do it right now. 80 days is supposed to, C part 80 days we have to convert it into weeks and days. Weeks and days. Days. So relation between week and days, 1 week is equals to 7 days. So we'll write that 1 week is equals to 7 days. Now what we will do here? What we will do here? Now 80 days. What we will do? 80 days, 80 will be divided by 7. So let's do this division. 80 will be divided by 7. 7 ones are 7. 7 ones are 7. 3 is remaining. So this 3 will become days and 11 will become week. 11 weeks, 3 days. What is the answer here? Therefore 80 days is equals to 11 weeks 3 days. 11 weeks 3 days. So what we have done in this question, again 80 days have been given, that you are supposed to convert it into weeks and days. The first thing is to find a relation between week and days. So we all are aware 1 week is equals to 7 days. It means 80 days will be divided by 7. That is the number of days in 1 week. So do the division here. 7 ones are 7, 1 will be remaining, 0 will get down, 7 ones are 7. Now this quotient is going to take up by the higher unit, 11 weeks, and this remainder is going to take the lower unit, that is days. Fine? Because why this remainder is taking that smaller unit? Because remainder we are getting from that particular number of days only, which is given in days. So that unit of that 3 will be remaining that. Now children, we'll do last question, that is D part. 200 weeks is supposed to convert it into years and week. So this D part of this example 4 we will do it. Now here you have been given with 200 weeks and that you are supposed to convert it into years and weeks. So let's start that D part. 200 weeks have been given. D part is 200 weeks have been given. Now this 200 weeks is supposed to change it into years and weeks, into years and weeks. So now what we will do here, 200 weeks. Now 200 weeks, we all are aware that in 1 year we have 52 weeks. In 1 year we have 52 weeks. So this 200 weeks, what we will do? This 200 will be divided by 52. This 200 will be divided by 52. So start doing that division. 3s are 3, 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15, 156, and 4. So this will be remaining here. What is the answer? 3 years. As I told you that quotient is going to take up the higher unit. So that will become 3 years. And what is remaining? 44 weeks. So now we'll write the answer. Therefore, 200 weeks is equals to 3 years, 44 weeks. 44 weeks. Now children, what we are going to do it tomorrow? Tomorrow we are going to do questions related to this only, higher unit, how we will convert a lower unit into higher unit by finding a relation between the given two units. And we will take examples. We have finished that 3 and 4 we have done. Tomorrow we are going to do questions from exercise 11.2. Already we have finished with question 1 and 2. So tomorrow we are going to start with question 3 and then 4. And then we will do complete our exercise 11.1 tomorrow. So I hope today how we have done the conversion from a lower unit into higher unit by finding a relation between the given two units, how we have done it. I hope the concept is clear. I hope the method is clear, and with this same method only we are going to do questions from exercise tomorrow. So today I am going to finish our class here. I hope you all have understood what I have taught. So that's all for today, children. Have a good day.